Winning the Doncaster was the most fantastic result.
It's More Joyous in the middle of the track. She's in front in this mighty mare. More Joyous goes on to win it from shootout.
Well, John Singleton's one of my oldest friends. We've been mates for 50 years or something. He bought 5 horses and we were partners from that day onwards, and we started breeding horses together and racing them together.
Strawberry Road, a big winner. Strawberry Road, he's down, won the Cox Plate, 4 lengths.
Dear Demi, she always showed something. I said to John, to win the Oaks next year.
Dear Demi stuck ahead in front. Jade Marauder trying to get to it, and then Maydung, but Dear Demi's holding them, and Dear Demi beat Maydung and Jade Marauder.
He's got an uncanny knack of finding a good mare, sending it to the right stallion and producing a champion.
Sunday Joy getting good luck at last. Sunday Joy wins the AJC Australian Oaks.
And you know, when I go to the sales, there are certain brands I look for. I always look for that strawberry, you know, on the shoulders. And to say it biased me, yes, it does. If I see the strawberry on the shoulder, I'm much more open to wanting to have that horse in the stable because I just know the success we've had.
Ha-Ha's won the Golden Slipper, and it's the First Lady of Racing's first slipper, and she's rewritten the record, Brooks, from Accelerator.
It's a fantastic thing for Gay. I just thought before, can you imagine racing without a Bruce? I mean, just think for a moment, it's just impossible.
Every time you end up with a horse with him or at a race with him or something, it's always a magic moment. He makes it a bit more magic.
Yeah, and joy to the world, buddy. Joy to the world.
But Tuesday Joys got their measure in the Chipping Norton and went on to win it from Vision and Power and Gallantess.
You know, he's like Shane Warne, he's bigger than life. Sometimes I'll see a horse running and it'll have this very strange name. And I think it must be a John Singleton horse.
And they're always rather funny, you know, and often a lot of them tongue-in-cheek. You know, that's John.
He's very good to train for. He just likes good horses, which we all want. And the first horse I had for him was Belle de Jour, won a Golden Slipper. That was year 2000.
Belle de Jour right through the middle. Freakish win, gets the Golden Slipper.
He lets you run your own race, you know, he doesn't try to tell you how to train them, but he expects the results. I don't mind that, I like that.
You know, he's respected, I'm telling you, very well respected in the industry. He's like always I say, he loves winning races.
He's won a lot of those races, and he's bred horses that have won those races, and every time they do.
More Joyous strides away at the 100. She's too good for them.
An effortless win in the English Queen of the Turf Stakes, another Group 1 for More Joyous.
More Joyous is going down to the post to win the Queen Elizabeth in a canter.
Wonderful person to have in racing, person who brings around him such an eclectic group of people. You know, he lifts the moment, he really does. And that's Singo, that's John. And this sale will be exactly the same, it'll lift the moment.
It's going to be an amazing sale because he's got some horses there that I want, but everyone else wants too. If you're a horse breeder, there's more than one horse in there that you'd cut off your right arm to own. You'd like to own one of those horses.
This big sale, it's an enormous sale, and the horses he's selling just, you know, the blue bloods of Sydney and Australian racing, really.
He's doing it in exactly the right spot on the farm.
He's got one of the nicest studs in Australia. That stud of his, the amount of work and money that he's put into that stud, it's an absolute showpiece. There's nothing better. Anyone that goes to that stud and has a look, they'll say, wow, this is an hour from Sydney. It's one of the best places in the world I could ever live. I want to be here.
And since Singo's taken it over, it has just gone gangbusters. And Group 1 horse after Group 1 horse comes out of that farm.
He's put a lot of heart, besides the money, he's put a lot of heart into it, and they've been a big part of his life for a long time.
He's got impeccable taste. Where could I get something as good as this? It's going to be very, very difficult. Now, you might find something as good as this in some other parts of the world, but in Australia, I think you'll find that farm and what he's developed is a really, really quality place.